All right. Peace and blessings. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. How's it going, family? Thank you for taking the time out to watch this video today. And so today I'm going to be addressing a few things. One, we're going to talk about the Rizza Islam situation that a lot of people are talking about. And the thing about this that really gets me is that people are so quick to put a microphone or a camera in your face to talk about that which you have no substance to talk about. To talk about something that you have no understanding of rules and process. First of all, you got to understand that that meeting was a believers only meeting. Believers only. And we have those meetings. But for whatever reason, some demon, some hypocrite records part of the believers meeting and then leak it out as if, oh, I got this now, I'm going to tell it. I'm going to tell it. Now, the ignorant, the pigs, they'll go out there and they'll look, oh, what's this? What's this dirt? Oh, the minister did Rizza wrong. The minister did the sister wrong. They just like the pig, all up in the dirt. Don't ask. Well, what is this? But with their nose, they looking for more dirt. So they can rush to the TV, rush to the YouTube, rush to the Instagram, and put out and talk about stuff that they have no knowledge. Now, I watched Baba Rashan do his story about it. And he was the most respectful report that I've seen in its entirety. In its entirety. There was no going on. He reported what he heard and said, hey, it's up to you. You make your own decision. And as you go through and read comments that people talk about, and you get to see what's on people's mind, how they process information. But a believers meeting is the meeting where it's just believers. And this has never, to my knowledge, something like this has never happened before. That a devil, a traitor, would record it and put it out. Now, some people say, oh, the minister did Rizza wrong. Oh, the minister did the sister wrong. First of all, the minister didn't do either one wrong. If any wrong was done, they wronged themselves. They wronged themselves. They know our rules, they know our ways, they know our culture. There's no fornication in the Nation of Islam. That goes against the rules. Now, as it quote unquote is reported, they were over her house or his house, believe her house, or whatever happened, and next thing you know, she comes up raped. You gotta understand You a woman. In the Nation of Islam, we got rules and protocol. You can get murdered. You can be killed for raping an MGT. Nobody play with that. That's a serious charge. That's a serious charge. Now, obviously, they were engaged. And obviously, something happened between the two that was sexual. But if he raped you, you didn't get up and go call your sister captain. You didn't go call the brother captain. You didn't go call the minister. Damn, you didn't even call the police. You laid there, slept in the bed with it. You know that's against our protocol. You know that's not how things are done. But that's what you did. Now, some may say, well, maybe she was confused. Who knows? But you don't do no shit like that because you know you've been violated. And you know what that price is for the violation. You know that. They say that the minister should have been more supportive. Well, we're trained to look into things and take nothing as face value. You come into court, where your evidence? She made an accusation, a very serious accusation. The thing that you got to understand with and get in tune with, that there's processes in the Nation of Islam where if you're not a member of the Nation of Islam, it's none of your goddamn business. You stay out of it and mind your business. We don't have to explain a goddamn thing to you. Did you teach Farrakhan? Did you make Farrakhan? Did you teach Rizza? Did you make Rizza? Did you teach the sister? Did you make the sister? Do they submit to you or do they submit to the minister and our God? This is a nation. That has to handle its own business. We don't get in your business. We don't get in your business. We don't get in your business and see how you not keeping what you need to keep up. We don't get in your affairs. We mind our business. Now, you don't see the sister or Rizza running around looking for somebody that they can say, well, you know, sa. There's law and order. There's a right way and there's a wrong way. See, we believe you engaged. We're taught to court short and marry long. See, because in that courtship process, and you string it all the way out, oh yeah, then pretty soon you be seeing what will eventually be yours, and your thought is, it's mine already. Let me go ahead and get it. Let me go ahead and take what's mine. Let me go ahead and have what's mine. It ain't yours yet. You just put it on layaway. So don't set these long engagements. 90 days. 90 days. When you understand order, discipline. Now, I don't know whether the charge is actual facts or not, but I believe obviously the sexual occurrence happened. Now, Rizza will get time out because he confessed, yeah, that we did have sex. But it was consensual. So that's fornication. You're going to get your time out. Now the sister say, it wasn't no consent. He took. You got to be able to prove it. And it's your word against his word. Unless you recorded it. So even in that, she won't get time out because she says it was not consensual. Rizza will take the time out. He'll be the one that's put out for a time for the fornication charge. Some say, well, why would she lie? Could be many reasons why she lied. If that's what was done. Rizza has been outspoken on this vaccine like no one else. Rizza been defeating this enemy. And you don't think the enemy will send people in among you to get next to you? You don't think that they would do that? Shit. Oh, yes, they will. The enemy will send them in to scope you out, to get next to you, to learn your weaknesses, and at your moment of prominence, bam, throw a charge out there to try to shatter your career. Think about it. Deshaun Watson. Before any of these women came out the woodwork, Deshaun made it clear that he ain't playing for the Texans no more. I'm out of here. I'm going to exercise my authority and I'm out of here. Everybody knew it. He was the hottest ticket on the market. Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless. Shannon was saying, you know, and Deshaun has no off-field issues. He's clean as a whistle. And then the very next day, boom, bombshell drop. Deshaun Watson, sexually assault massage therapist. Out of the blue, just boom. Now, on cue, out of nowhere, they finally all just say, fuck it, let's go tell it. Because now he's exercising authority and power over white folk, telling them what he is and what he ain't gonna do. So let us go ahead and drop the bomb on the nigga. And come find out, and they don't talk about this part often. It was said a few times, and then people stopped saying it. Sportscasters stopped talking about it. Because the owner of the Texan paid a lawyer to go and scoop up dirt on Deshaun Watson. To scoop up dirt on him. Now you go through 2 grand juries and you can't get 2 different grand juries to come out and say, yeah, he committed a crime. Charge him. You failed twice. Some made up information somewhere. There's some lying going on somewhere. That on cue, all these women come out after a lawyer went into it. Then he go into them saying, look, what kind of you got on Deshaun? He touched you or feel you or did something inappropriate during the massage? I give you some money. Tell me what you got to say. Shit, they'll say the sky is green if the price is right. They will send people among you. They didn't like the fact that Rizza was out there kicking the cracker's ass over this vaccine. They didn't like that. As his popularity and his dominance and his strength grew, they say, okay, nigga, I got you. I got you. And send somebody. All right, it's time. We're going to pull a switch on that nigga. We're going to pull a switch on that nigga. The minister said to Rizza, your morality has got to go up. You're a fine looking brother. You're an intelligent man. The women are going to want you, but you can't have each and every one. Look here, I learned when I heard Kwame Kilpatrick say, my talent took me places where my character wasn't ready for me to go. Because I watched that brother become mayor of Detroit, see what he do, and this whole thing, this scandal with him sleeping with his chief of staff, then lying about it, wound up going to jail after jail and pay all this money and do all this because his character wasn't ready to go where his talent took him. And that was way before I got into this. But I understood I got to work on my character. When my family first heard me speak, they were blown away. They were blown away. They never heard me talk like that before. My dad came to me and said, boy, you gotta go preach. You gotta get in the church and minister unto the people. I said, no, sir. I said, I love black women too much. I ain't ready to do that. Meaning, I knew my character wasn't where it needed to be. Because you in the church, you in that environment and you're speaking and you're delivering the word of God, it becomes attractive to the women. And then they will desire you. And if you're a weak man, you'll fall to the temptation. And I knew at that point, I ain't ready for nothing like that. Even besides, that's not even the way I'm thinking. But I understood I was not ready. I was not ready. I heard the minister say, brother, the women will desire you. But you take them up on the offer And when they get finished, they say, shit, I had that nigga. He ain't even what I thought he was. You'll never be able to please them out of their desire. So don't fall for it, and they'll always come to see you. You got to have moral character. And I'm very pleased to say, we ain't never had nothing like that for me. I stayed with the woman that I was authorized and never looked on the outside. Never looked on the outside. Because the woman that God gave me, that I'm authorized for, is all the woman I need. That's how you stay out of trouble. Because when I teach, women have said some things to me. You listen to you teach, turn me on. Listening to you teach this, this happens, da 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 da. And if I was an immoral man, if I was a weak man, if I didn't love our people and take what I do seriously, I probably would have failed for that. But I ain't never fall for it. Because I understood my role. I understood what I need to do and how I have to be. Because I got a leader in front of me who taught me properly. Who taught me properly. And there is no place for failure. You will be tried. But you got to be proven true. I remember when I was first getting into the nation good. And there was a situation where this sister, she come over to my house because I was a star in the mosque. But she come over to my apartment and she got on these tight clothes and all this. And she was hot. I ain't gonna lie. She's MGT. She was hot. And in that period of time that I was in, if she'd have dropped them drawers, I probably, ain't no probably with it, I would have took it. I'd have accepted it. But it didn't even get that way. She came over, we had a little conversation, showing her around the apartment. And she leave, we leave, ain't no issue. A few days later, I get to the mosque. And there's an allegation that I'm patting and feeling on the sister. And I'm like, what? That ain't never happened. And at this time, I'm the lieutenant over the study group. So the mosque and the study group, I was the lieutenant over the study group. We get to Atlanta for a regional meeting. And we're sitting in there with the laborers of Tennessee. And the sister captain say, well, there's a charge on Brother Maurice, or a complaint that he's feeling on sisters. And I'm like, what? What complaint is that I'm feeling on sisters? Where you get that shit from? But the laborers, the supreme captain of the Nation of Islam, he was there, and the national laborers and the regional laborers. They were so smart, so wise. And I'm sitting there trying to defend myself. I'm like, if I'm feeling on the sisters, here's the captain. He ain't come after me. He ain't put no charge on me. I ain't feeling on nobody. Minister Sharif, he listened to both sides. It was just me speaking in my defense and the sister captain hurling her lying accusations. And he said this: whenever the unrighteous brings you news, look carefully into it, lest you harm an innocent man, then be sorry for what you did. He said, Brother Maurice, you a soldier. And we need you. We ain't getting rid of you. He said, brother, the enemy will send women in here to scope you out, just to get you caught up, so you got to hold on to your restrictive law. It's the supreme captain. And at this time, I said, I'm a lieutenant over a study group. But he saw my potential. And he said, brother, also, are you married? And I said, no, sir, I'm not married. He said, get married. Get you an MGT, get married. Because I wasn't married then. Get married and stay to the law. I said, yes, sir. And he said, and brother, if it's ever found out that it's true that you have done this, you'll see the other side of the FOI. Do you understand? I said, yes, sir. He let me know and everybody around that other side of the FOI will fuck you up over the sisters. You don't play with that. You don't play game with that. We'll kill you over that. As you should be. You got to understand that if look, the enemy sees you, he can already know, okay, yeah, this one got the ability to go here. This one only got the ability to go here. And based on their observation will be how deep and hard they come for you. You better wake up and understand. Because when I watched Umar Johnson and his stripper foolishness, that was a learning lesson. That was a lesson to enforce what I've already learned. You want to know why? When that damnable lie of Brother Muhammad and his white girlfriend, that shit never stuck? Because it was all a lie in the first place. It was all a lie in the first place. And the lie will never stick to truth. But I had an enemy within my home, within my house, my organization. And I didn't see it. But I had to go through what that betrayal was like. That was the most painful experience of my life. One of the most painful experiences of my life. I can remember coming to the person and I'm crying because I realized I've been betrayed. And I'm like, damn, I've been betrayed already? I didn't even get fucking off the ground. Already? And I said to the person, if this is you, just tell me. I forgive you. But just tell me. Some of our people work directly for the enemy, and some of our people work for the enemy and don't even realize it. One commentator said, the minister used the N-word because the minister said, you will bring out the nigger in us. And what do I always say? You kill the nigger in you, and I'm going to kill the nigger in me, and our God will reign supreme. Because we got to kill that nigger. Because it's the nigger in us that will make us do the destructive, dirty work of their master. We got to kill the nigger on the inside. And if you don't partake in that process, you'll be that nigga that works for the enemy without the direct paycheck, and you setting up to destroy the future of your people. Betrayal is real. Is real. And the thing is, you will see glimpse of it. You will see the evidence that these people are not who they say they are. But because you so loving and forgiving, you look over it. You forgive for the detrimental stuff that they do. You forgive like it ain't never even happened. Like it ain't never even happened. And they ain't never even asked for forgiveness. But you forgive them because you have what? Why do you forgive them? Because you have love. You have a perfect love. You have an unconditional love. See, women have unconditional love. And men who are in the work of the Most High have unconditional love. See, I didn't used to believe in unconditional love. I didn't used to believe in it. Then I learned of it because I began to experience it. I began to have unconditional love. And I would have never known it had I not been betrayed so many damn times by the same individual. But I will always cover them. Always protect them. There's no reasoning that in 2020 we should be so wrapped in betrayal of each other. Of each other. Because to hurt me, to stop me, you hurting our people. You stopping the advancement of our people. Or you trying to. We got to wise up and understand rules and regulation. That's why I always make sure I keep things on the up and up. Keep it on the up and up. Because I can't afford to let our people down. I have to produce. I have to produce. And I'm going to produce. Because so much is riding on it. I was born to do what I do. I was born to become the man I'm becoming. And to become that man, I got to go through pain. To become that man, I got to know that pain and be able to continue with the mission. You got to go through that pain and continue with the mission. Have you not thought, or did you not think that you would be tried as others who came before you were tried? This is to know. So Allah will know the truthful from those who are liars. When I was going through my betrayal, and I wasn't thinking that I was going to be able to make it. It was rough. But we hold on to the hand of the Most High and never let it go. And we will make it. We will be successful. It starts with you killing the nigga in you. I'll kill the nigga in me. And our God will reign supreme. Because we are black first. Today, tomorrow, and forever. I love you, family. Peace and blessings. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. I'm going to go and do a more in-depth on this topic because I'm working on doing a live stream called The Enemies of God. And we're going to be dealing. So look soon and you'll see the notice for the live. And I hope you all can be in the audience, in the chat room as we get this one going. Love you, family. Assalamu alaikum.